Our schools are failing us. There would be no reason to have remedial tax-paid education if our schools weren't failing us. 3 bond issues coming up on the next election. For the schools, they amount to something around $1.5 billion. We've got a city bond, $5.5 million, which is going to end up costing us over $1 billion. That's not my words. C.A. Stubbs, who is our chief columnist at the San Antonio Lightning, has crunched the numbers. He's going to have a column in the next few days which will prove that. Why would anyone want to come back here? They're going to be taxed into oblivion. If they get enough education to get out of town, they're going to go. We need quality of life here. We need to lower taxes. The city is not the be-all, end-all. The city is supposed to pave the roads. The city is supposed to keep us safe, put out the fires, and not use us as a commodity. Could everybody hear me?
Thank you.
Brings attached. Number 2, if elected or when elected, I will give back the $6,000 salary to the general fund. Hopefully they'll fill some potholes in front of my house. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin. Thank you very much. I think we can continue with our other mayoral candidates as a wrap-up.
If you want to for a minute, if that...
I too appreciate you sitting through this tonight, and thank you for being here, and thank you for letting us have a voice. I want to say this to you. I've said this to others. I feel like that by Patrick McCurdy running is that I am a voice, and that's what I am, is just a voice. I'm not running against our current mayor. I'm running in a new direction, and my direction that I'm running in is really a return to the old direction. I believe that the old direction is what our founding forefathers founded this nation upon. Our Judeo-Christian background. I think our values are critical, which come from our biblical perspective. That's important to me. I've led my campaign with an attitude of prayer, and I will, if given the opportunity, I will lead our city in that type of an attitude. That's important to me. I do not plan on making our city hall a church. I've run our business by the grace of God for 16 years, and it's by no means a church. It's a business, Monday through Saturday. But we have the Spirit of Christ in there. And I think that's what's important. I think our values, our moral compass in our city, in our nation is critical. If given the opportunity, I will lead from that perspective. God bless you, and thank you.
I have been known as Mama Bear, M-A-M-A-V-E-X-A-R, for like 17 years. And that's what will be on the ballot, because last time nobody knew who Julie Harris Oldham was. They'll say Mama Bear Oldham. One of the things I would like to share with you is, what did you personally get for your tax dollars from this mayor, this city council, and this administration? Senior citizens got 0 in the budget. Animals got $2 million, and they don't vote. Art just got $1.7 million. My art is those potholes. Somehow we need to know why 3rd grade material is put on our streets. On Newcomb, what they put on top is worse than what they covered up. And it took an act of Congress. Baywater was repaved. 2 weeks later, the water board cut a hole in it. And today, there are stripes in it like this. It's cracking. The 3 top public works people need to find another job. And Park and Rec the same way. When their bosses, when the people that work on them say, get rid of them, what does that tell you? Each of these department heads need to be reevaluated. They voted on the PGA against the people. The backroom deal. I have the pictures and everything. It's been federally investigated. Joe Solis said 7 years ago, Mama Bear, do they know that you help run the city, the county, the state, and sometimes the federal government from your bedroom phone? I said, I'm an undercover agent. And I have been tired of doing damage control. So I want to be at the helm of this ship and sail it the right way. And give the former mayor his sailing papers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Regarding parks improvements, the next bond election will address some park improvements, so it's up to all of us what we decide on that, and we do need to protect that. Regarding noise pollution and graffiti, I myself have called 311 for graffiti, and then I found that there's only 2 individuals in a population of 1.2 million people that go out and paint over the graffiti, which to me was amazing. So they do amazing work, and I do think we need more people out there that will help us with this. Now, we were encouraged as a neighborhood association to go out and do our own graffiti cleanups, but when the city does a sweep, I don't know if you all have noticed, you have to sign a paper that releases liability from the city of San Antonio. I would like that all neighborhood associations and other organizations involved realize that a release form is required for your own protection. So we do call 311, and we do wait, and sometimes the graffiti goes away by itself. The noise pollution, sometimes we call and you can't even tell them what's going on because the noise is too loud. So call 311, get the case number, and if you have no response, contact your council person and tell them, I have received no response. If that doesn't help, my door is open. My door will be open in the event I do become mayor, so that you can tell me, Mr. Mayor, remember when you said at that meeting that the door was open?
Okay. Thank you once again. In addressing the question that you posed, and I'm thinking that may also relate to the question earlier about how do we attract youth, or what programs do we have for the young people who stay in San Antonio. Certainly it is a tragedy that any young person would feel that their life has no direction, no purpose, no education, no opportunity. And as Mr. McCurdy had mentioned, we talked about this to some extent 2 years ago in the mayoral campaign. We were invited to a meeting called the Gathering of Pastors. And at that time, I was very proud of a campaign that my campaign platform, to reach out to the entire religious community. I've met with the Archdiocese on this. I was active in the Trinity Baptist Church. But today I'm very active in the Muslim American community in San Antonio. And I'm very proud of that. I would encourage each of you to learn a little bit more. I think Americans probably do not know enough about other theologies and other religions. And certainly it was part of America's founding that there would be a land that would respect all religions. That's the First Amendment. And I hope that we all uphold those traditions. I will remind you that Thomas Jefferson did have a copy of the Quran, and I think it's important that as we see immigrants here from all over the world, that we respect all religions. And when I was speaking at that gathering of pastors 2 years ago, and I was saying, I want, the entire religious community to reach out to all the young people, one pastor just later shook his head. So, no. So I was very curious about that. But I do believe that we can invest in education and distance learning using the internet to help every young person achieve their educational goals. Thank you.
Thank you.